how to connect Printify with your Squarespace website. Hey everyone and welcome, I hope you're all doing great. In this video I'll show you step by step how to do so. So let's just go on and get started with this site that we see in front of us. What do you need is two things. First, a Squarespace website. Secondly is a Printify account. So this is pretty much all you need. If you don't have a Printify account yet, you can either just skip ahead, go to printify.com and then create your account from there, or just continue with the steps and then they're going to ask you to create an account either way. So it's just going to work both ways. So you can do it either from Printify's side or you can do it from Squarespace Space's side of things. So I'm going to do it from Squarespace because it's easier for me this way. So to get started, open up your Squarespace website like you see in here. And then once this is open, you simply just go to the settings tab on the left panel. Once you click on settings, you simply just scroll to the third-party tools. Once you click on third-party tools, you should be able to find two things: connected accounts and extensions. So simply just click on extensions. Once you do that, you simply just want to go to the search bar and search up Printify. And you should be able to find it right away along with other apps as well. So simply just click on Printify, which should be for free, and then click on connect. But obviously here you can read more about the key features, about, and so on. But we're just going to skip ahead and click on connect. Once we do that, it's just going to take a little bit of time, and then it's just going to ask you to log into your Printify account. So here's your chance. If you don't have a Printify account, like I said, it's going to take you to this page. If you do, well, you simply just go in and log in. If you want to log in with Google, you can feel free to do so. If you want to log in through email and password, you can also feel free to do so. But if you don't have an account, simply just click on You to Printify, click on Sign Up, and just continue with the steps that are required of you. I do have an account, so I'm just going to go ahead and connect it. So I'm just going to use Google and connect my account with Printify. So once I did that, it's just going to ask me to let's connect with Squarespace. It's not even a question, but connect to Squarespace, give your store a name. I think this is only if you don't have a name for your Squarespace website just yet. So I don't, so I'm just going to go ahead and give it a name. I'm just going to name it Explain Space and click on connect. Then it's just going to give you the list of permissions that Printify is going to pretty much get from your Squarespace, and you can read through them, and if you accept them, you simply just go ahead and click on allow. Most of them is just, is going to be giving the Printify the permission to work with your inventory, basically, because it's just going to add your products and, fulfillment and all sorts of stuff. So click on allow if you do accept them. It's just going to take a second and it should actually connect with your Squarespace. Okay, so once you see this screen, you're connected. Now let's make some sales. That means that you're pretty much good to go. You can actually read here your Squarespace store is officially open for business. And then it's just, going to do more stuff here for you. If you just go back here, you can actually see that for the extension Printify, we have now disconnect Printify. So this is the option, meaning that we already have it to be connected. If that's the case for both of them, then we're good to go. We can simply just start adding products to our Squarespace website. So doing so is very simple. You just want to go ahead and go to the Printify side of things now, and you can just go, if you for some reason closed off of this screen, simply just go to printify.com and log into your account. So once you log into your Printify store, let's just skip that. I don't intend to sell in Europe. Anyways, so obviously you would want to read more into that I just skipped. I just skipped it because of the sake of this video. I'm not really going to be selling anything right now. Anyways, so once you're on printify.com and you have logged into your account, you are going to find the different stores that you have connected, because perhaps you have other stores connected right over here. So including, I have a bunch of them. And then you are going to find your Squarespace. So if you have multiple different ones connected, make sure you always select the Squarespace one before you start creating products, because once you actually select a store and then create a product, it's going to be reflected to that store. So whichever store that you have connected, the product is going to go to that one. So make sure you have the Squarespace one selected, like I have right here. So it should say, you know, the Squarespace logo and the name of the store. Once you have this set, we can feel free to start creating some products. We can just go to catalog, and then from here we can just start looking for products that we want to customize and sell. So let's say we want to go for home and living. I'm not even going to do the clothing one because that's overdone for me. So let's just go ahead and go for home and living, and let's just do pillows and covers. So once you actually click on a specific category, it's just going to give you a lot of different options. As you can see, there's plenty to choose from. So just go ahead and select whichever one that you want to actually design here. So let's say we just want to, obviously you have the pricing, you also have more things like sizes and colors and stuff. It really depends on the category that you actually choose. Let's just go for this one, for example. I'm not really going to be actually selling anything, so I'm just going to use this one as an example. And then you can read more about it. Here you have a bunch of information about it, and also some mock-up images of them. So once you're happy with it and you just want to start designing, you scroll down a little bit and you should be able to find this button which should say Start Designing. So go ahead and click on that. And then from here, you're going to be able to start designing your product. Now, most likely, you're not going to go for pillows. Mostly, it's just going to be clothing. I'm not judging if you're going for pillows. I'm just saying, because I said this because right now it's going to give you the different areas that you can actually adjust for this design. For a pillow, you have the front side and also the back side. So this is what we have. But for clothing, it's usually going to find sleeves, front, back, things like that. It really depends on the actual product first, because not all products are going to be, giving you the same options anyway. So let's say we want to design the front side of the pillow, so we can just go ahead and click on front side. And then from here, we can simply just start designing. For example, let's say we want to upload an image. In this case, it's very simple. You just simply click on upload from the left navigation. And also, by the way, the left navigation is pretty much all you have to use for designing purposes. You have graphics, you have templates, you have your library, text, AI, whatever you want here. So even Shutterstock if you want. I'm just going to click on upload from my device. And let's just say we want to upload this image. It's just going to be transparent. By the way, you can actually add transparent images. So I'm just going to do that. And it's just going to pop up here on the front side of the pillow. I'm just going to make it a tad bit larger, like so. And try to centralize it as well, like that. So, yeah, let's say I'm happy with my design, even though it's kind of... Let's just go for the left. I think this is going to look more centralized, even though it's not. So now that we have this, we can just go to the back side now and again do the same thing. But let's just add some text this time. I don't really want to repeat the same thing. So for text, just click on add text. Select a specific template you want to go for and select a font, and you can just go and click on it. It should be added here for you. And this template has a bunch of stuff, so we can just remove the top bit. Also remove this, also remove that, and let's just keep these two. So yeah. Actually, let's just move this up here and this right over here. And now to actually change the text, you simply just double click on it, and now you should be able to actually, adjust it. So let's just do tutorial. Let's just do explains. And that should be good enough. I'm not even going to bother with the last one, so I'm just going to remove it. And let's just try to centralize it and maybe increase the size of this one a little bit. Okay, there you go. Okay, so now once you're happy with it, you can just click on all areas to just view them. And let's just click on save. And by the way, you have a bunch of variants here on the side, but for this one, we don't really have much. If you want to change the background color, you can feel free to go for it. I'm just going to go for light gray and click on, let's just stick to white, it's a pillow. Click on save product. Now once you do this, it's just going to show you now some more designing aspects like mockups and stuff like that. You can actually see how it's going to look like in real time. So yeah, once you're happy with it, if you want to go back to designing, just go back. It's up to you, but if you're happy with it, you simply just click on start publishing. and it's just going to take a little bit of time before it's actually fully published. Sorry, again, you just actually go ahead, you're going to need to click on publish again, but this is going to go, this is going to be where you actually finalize the information about it. For example, if you want to rename it to something else, you can feel free to do so now. And if you want to give it a proper, different description, this one is solid, but if you want to really dive deep into the description, you can feel free to do so. And if you want to set up the variants and the pricing, stuff like that, you can again feel free to do so from here. And then once you're happy with it, you can just go ahead and click on publish from the bottom right corner. And this is going to take a little bit of time before it's fully published. In order to see whether the product is published or not just yet, just go to my product section. And then from here, you should be able to find the product, and it should say published, or, something else that it is not, basically it's not published just yet. Now, from Squarespace side of things, we can just go back to Squarespace. Let's just exit out of here and let's just refresh the page. We can also check that the product is fully published from the products section of Squarespace. So just click on products and services, click on products, and then you should be able to find it within the physical products, and it's going to be right over here. The rest is just a bunch of samples that Squarespace gave me, but this one is going to be the one that we just created from Printify, and you can actually see we have the same description, same product name, and same images. Everything is going to be exactly the same, even the pricing point. So yeah, this is pretty much how to connect Printify with Squarespace and how to start adding products. Again, to add another product, first just make sure the store is selected from here. Don't select another store. Select the Squarespace one. Go to catalog, select what you want to create it, publish it, and you're good to go. Obviously, this is all for this video, so hopefully you found it to be informative and helpful, and thanks for watching.